Okay, ready?
Yep.
Once you talk about a clap in, we do a snap in.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. Good old days. I haven't had a beer in a long time.
Are we gonna change the song or are we gonna keep it the same?
I think consistency is good.
It is page break being season 2, so it's up
True.
to us.
We could do a new song for a new season. Sponsor us. Beau's. Sponsor us. Yeah, local, right?
Anyways, cheers.
Beau's.
Yeah, cheers,
boys.
salute, yeah. Okay.
Lagered ale.
Excuse me. Been a while.
There you
All
go.
right. Welcome back, everyone, to the second season of PEWTER.pints. I am 1/3 of your host, Jason, accompanied by my brother to the left of me, Dave, and Kyle to my right. And I feel like it feels pretty good to be back drinking beer in the showroom again.
It does feel
That's
good.
right.
It does
Yeah.
feel good. Yeah, been a while.
Been what, 2 years? You guys were saying?
I don't know. That's what the computer said, but the last recordings. I think that's inaccurate. Maybe
Probably a lie.
definitely a lie. Yeah, we definitely recorded in 2020.
And for anyone that is new to following Pewter, be it Instagram or the website, because I know this goes up on the website, this is something that we do weekly, or I guess it was weekly.
At one point in time,
Yeah, we don't know what
when we were unsure of our future.
we don't know what the cadence will be going forward, but this is pretty consistent in any type of like construction industry vertical, that you have like a shop talk at some point during the week. Typically it's a Friday, end of the week, you have a beer and discuss through shortcomings or what you liked about the week. And we just decided that instead of doing this offline, that this is something that we would share with the world. So this is kind of it, right? So
Yeah, this is basically our podcast to talk everything construction, specifically the home renovation industry.
Yeah, but then we stopped, and it's probably because we saw the most unprecedented demand our industry has likely ever seen, because everybody was at home, everybody was cooped up in their home, they had dreams, the interest rates were low, property values were skyrocketing, and there was just a lot of factors that kind of came together to make this beautiful renovation boom happen. And so we have been absolutely inundated, particularly in the beginning. There's definitely been a change in the market.
yeah.
But we were absolutely inundated with requests. Like,
That's the second time you use the word inundated. I don't think I've ever heard you use
a good
that word
word.
before. It's a great word. That's the difference between the brother went to university and the brother went to college.
I
Right
once heard Dave say impetus. I've been using that word lately.
I don't even know what it means. It sounds like
It's
something
like a
you don't
driving
want.
force. I had to look it up. I heard him say it in a meeting. I was like, I've been saying it ever since.
that is a good word.
How do you spell that? You do that?
IMPETUS.
Yeah,
impetus.
that sounds like, yeah. Okay, cool.
But yeah, so we've been busy. In short of the long of it, but we definitely had some obstacles, much like the rest of the world, to overcome. Majorly sit at home for a couple of months,
Yeah.
as I imagine some people are still doing. So we're not making light of that. COVID has been many things to many people, and for us, it was scary in the beginning because we didn't do anything. You have to imagine, like in construction industry, more specifically home renovations, you have clients for the most part, some of which are living at home. They're at arm's length, because who are you besides being a transaction to someone? You want to feel good about, bringing these people in your home, but at the same time, you're a stranger, right? So COVID happens, no one really understands what's going on, and then you're scheduled to start a 3-month renovation on someone's home and more or less rub shoulders with them for that length of time. And it quickly became, no, you're not doing that. Yeah. So all these jobs that were lined up quickly went away. And
We started from scratch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it was
had
like
to
we
kind
started all
of
over.
retool, rebuild. But as Dave said, fortunately for us, we came out on the right side of things. I don't know if that's the best.
Yeah,
expression,
Okay,
but-
well-
the demand just surged through the roof.
Yeah.
Right, going back to those things I mentioned earlier, all those things happened, and there was an absolute run on renovations.
yeah.
And coupled with that, manufacturing shutdowns. Once the manufacturing got back online, you're still dealing with companies that have limited capacity compared to standard time. So, hardwood manufacturing, whatever, you name it, lumber mills, whatever it may be, they're not allowed to put the same amount of people in their manufacturing facility that they were prior to COVID. So it completely disrupted the landscape. And I feel like a broken record trying to explain things to clients and have it seem genuine, genuine. Like it just,
It is nothing that we can solve for, unfortunately.
no. And on top of that, so the supply thing, I feel like is starting to turn a corner a little bit. At the same time, we're in GTA and there's ridiculous demand. There's a lot of population concentrated into a relatively small area. And maybe there's a little bit of manufacturers taking advantage of the situation or suppliers taking advantage of the situation. But from our perspective, quite frankly, there's definitely limited amounts of supply of materials out there. I think we do a pretty good job of securing material. But labor is probably the one issue that nobody really wants to believe is an issue, right? Like we have subtrades scheduled, and if there's one little change or whatever, these guys don't have the time to sit around for a day or two and wait for our project to be ready again. Mm-hmm. They got to pick something else up. There's somebody else knocking on the door. Everybody is hyper busy, and the labor force is certainly not what it should be to meet this level of demand.
Not even close. I mean, think about it. Especially that the level of demand has gone up to the point that it is, and then the labor amount has actually decreased. It's not like our demand went up and our amount of labor stayed the same. It almost like it was decreased. Like you hear about all these sub trades, they're losing guys. I mean, our roofers can't get guys to hang around for more than a couple of days. It's
and it's the same story over and over again. And
they'd rather make $2,000 sitting on their butt than anything else, right?
Yeah, and this is a new season, but we're going to do a mini series that I'm kind of toying with the idea called like Inside the Industry, and we're gonna bring these guys in. We're gonna bring in.
What was the impetus for that?
Trying to explain things to clients. I want to bring people in. Like, I don't know if I want to go out on a limb and actually name them right now, but I want to bring in guys.
Will Smith.
Yeah, he's definitely
Cuba Gooding
Mm,
Jr.
Yeah. The Rock.
The Rock. We're gonna bring people in, so it's you can hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
There is a lot of disruption going on out there that the client just has no idea. And when we give you a timeline or an expectation, we're doing it in the most genuine way possible. We want to do the project as fast as possible. We don't make money going slow.
Hold on. That said, I don't mean to curb your enthusiasm, Larry David.
Great show.
But we were talking off camera about our engineer, Rocco, earlier. And yesterday he said to Dave and I, what's your competitive advantage? And he kind of stopped us in our tracks. And we're like, that's a really good question that we should have an answer for. But we don't, because we're not like a corny design build firm that like we have like a spiel. But
we're pretty handsome. So
that. But then Dave said something, and I was like, holy shit, like that. Excuse my language. That is it. And he said, our competitive advantage is we are not scared to slow down a project for the end result. And I was like, how good is that? Because any company in construction, in order to make money, it's speed, right?
Wait, Rocco said that?
No, Dave.
Oh,
Dave said
yeah.
Rocco asked us, and Dave said that, and I was like, "That's powerful." And I was like, "That is our elevator speech now."
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's about the project, like the condo that we've been working on.
Yeah.
Shit show.
So yeah. So in short,
So
yes,
long.
yes,
But it's beautiful, and it's
yeah.
done to a level that far exceeds what is normal or standard or whatever. And
Yeah.
we've been investing in that project just as much to see it done justice.
Yeah. So yeah,
And not a lot of guys would do that.
my point was, I guess, that everyone's the common denominator with any type of project is expediency. Let's get it done. Let's do it right. But we are willing to lose money because at the end of the day, you got to exchange time for money, right?
Yep.
We will lose money to get things right. And I think that is what is our competitive advantage.
Yeah.
So remember that if anyone
we,
asks.
yeah.
All right, let me write that down.
Write it
You
down.
know what? We had a client, I don't know, 5-6 years back, something like that, maybe more. And he was like, I can't wait to write you a review. And for the simple reason that you guys care. And it was almost like it was expected of us to not give a shit, for us to just, be there, make the buck, get in and out and whatever. But that's never the approach. That's never been our approach. It's always working on the behalf of our clients, doing what's best for them, whether they see what's going on behind the scenes or not. Like, that's the genuine sentiment. That's how we progress. That's how we move forward with these projects, just trying to work on their behalf. And I feel like it's been especially trying over this time, dealing with all these other complications that we never had to deal with, looking like an asshole, quite frankly. Oh yeah, the guy's gonna be here then, but like,
And then it doesn't show up.
Because he's slammed.
Yeah.
He's being pulled in 10 different directions, and typically that's not the volume that he's used to. So these guys are looking at their books like, oh, I'm gonna blow up this year. I'm gonna do, as the sub trades go. You take the work today or it's gone.
Yeah.
And
And
for us, we can schedule further off in the future, which we've done, but we're still dealing with the bullshit from the sub trade level, where they are far more busy.
Yeah.
And they take the work today, or they don't get that work. They don't get that boost. They don't get that extra security. They take it today. And it's really hard to explain to somebody when their house is torn to shreds, and they're waiting to move back in, right?
Yeah.
It's tough.
In the days of coming down on your sub trades, not like that was ever really like a formidable thing, but if you have something to say, see you later. They'll get work elsewhere. And guess what? You lose that trade, you lose that guy, and then you're looking for plan C, D, E, F,
Yeah.
And it's so it's like, how do you manage that relationship and confide with the client that you were doing your best to assert some sort of, I don't know, not dominance, but like, you're being a contractor. You're doing what you told them you would do, but you're also not
For the price
upsetting your
that you said you were
guys.
gonna do it
Yeah, you're also not like, so it's a relationship that has to be managed with extreme diligence, and so yeah, it's a fair amount of work. Just the relationship management, never mind the actual work that's involved with construction. That in itself is yeah. So
that's definitely a challenge, because there's so much time that could be devoted to the client relationship, like managing that whole scenario. But the time is also better spent actually managing the project.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like,
until they get upset that you're not giving them enough attention.
Yeah, but it's like, I am paying attention, but I might not be relaying that attention, or the fact that attention is being paid to you.
Yeah.
So maybe there's room for growth there on our behalf, but at the end of the day, I prefer, like, you have so many hours in the day, so many working hours, and I spend them trying to do the most efficient thing at all times,
Yeah.
right? And for the most part, that's actually progressing the
Yeah.
project rather
It's-
than holding the hand.
It's a funny narrative because it's like, who is to blame? And I think the answer is no one. The client maybe is upset with the lay of the land. You are upset with your trades because they're pushing you off because there's work elsewhere or they're spread so thin. And it's like no one is to blame. The fact is, it's just like the world is what it is right now, and we haven't solved for this because this is like, you know, a natural disaster in a way, and it's like we're still working on it.
Yeah.
For us, a good problem to have again. Not trying to make light of how terrible COVID has been, tough on people. For us, it has been in other ways. But yeah, it's like who is to blame? With that said, we are hiring.
If you haven't noticed,
Or know somebody who needs a job.
Yeah, we've I mean, most people I think that are watching this, that will watch this, all 7 of you. I think the first time I said all 3, so I think it's fair to assume that we've grown 2x
Definitely got to 7
plus. So all 7 of you, we have put a post up on our Instagram that we are actively seeking laborers, foremen, skilled carpenters, you name it. We want to add depth to our build department. We are, if not, if we didn't do a good job at explaining it earlier, like we're spread thin at the moment. So it's it would be nice to add some people to our bench, our team. Hit us up, DM us, fill out a contact form that comes to me and Dave and Jay, and yeah, a good problem to have.
It is. But at the end of the day, you don't want to just hire anybody. They got to have like the fundamentals. They have to have that same commitment to the quality, to the project, to the homeowner.
Yeah.
It can't be about you.
Yeah.
It's not like
Hold on. Here's a good opportunity. Get in here. Just come in and say hi. So we talked earlier about how we have a good relationship with our clients. This is Caleb.
Our number 1 draft choice.
He's are you second year?
4th year.
4th year. Sorry, that's my bad. Construction management student at George Brown. He is the son of one of our clients from a previous job. So much to say or needless to say.
A while back.
Yeah.
I think it was
Still looks new though.
Yeah.
Good.
So again, back to what I was saying. I guess I'm trying to dial this all the way back. We are fully capable and willing to slow a project down to get it right. And as a result of doing a good job for Caleb's parents, Dave and Jason's father and mother, who are also involved in the business, have a good relationship with Caleb's parents. I think they're going for dinner on Friday.
Sick. Where are they going? I'm crashing.
Carriage.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, maybe. Which is why Caleb's here. We invited him here to hang out. Also, we want to give him money and make him work for us because he does great work.
Yeah.
I don't know what your Instagram is, but we'll plug it for all 7 of them. So yeah, case in point, we have a good relationship with our clients, or we like to think we do. And Caleb's here hanging out with us. He's just behind the camera for a bit, but here he is.
Pleasure being here.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Caleb.
And yeah,
Well, that's it.
that's it.
All right.
Whoa. We totally forgot the fact that this is a PEWTER.pints episode. We haven't even really talked about beer
Did
yet.
we forget about pints?
Yeah,
Yes,
we did.
we did.
Oh my goodness
Too busy
gracious.
drinking. Too busy drinking
Yeah.
it.
So today we're drinking Lug Tread by Beau's.
You know what? It's a good beer.
Haven't we done a podcast on this already?
I don't
No.
think so. Oh, this is our first. Obviously.
If we did, we
screened
all
this a little
forget,
bit.
which means it's a great beer.
It isn't. Well, we drink a lot at the bars. I think that's why it's so familiar.
Van Cleek Hill, Ontario, which
I think it's outside of Ottawa. I was told Beau's is from Ottawa, so I guess it's.
Does anybody want to take a guess on IBU rating? Because that's pretty much the only thing we.
Well, Dave, you
Translate
Googled
to-
it earlier, obviously.
Yeah, so I'm asking, do you want to guess?
I'm going to guess.
I wouldn't know where to
10.
start.
Yeah,
I-
I want
I-
to throw out a number like 10.
if I said 300, would that be off?
35 megapascals.
Don't know.
That would
I
be
don't know.
like all
lot.
bitter.
I don't know. I'm not on the I'm not on the IBU
fold
scale. I
inside
have no
itself.
idea.
Van Cleek, Ontario. That's
Well,
what I'm
we're at about a 21 here, so fairly mild for comparison, everybody knows what a juicy ass tastes like.
Hold on. Juicy Ass is a beer.
It's a solid 69 on the IBU rating. If you haven't watched the podcast with
Juicy
Gene,
Ass is a beer.
It's a beer.
By Flying Monkeys, which I believe are out of Barrie. We did a podcast on them.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
With
with Gene and Craig.
Gene
Yeah.
and Craig, yeah.
It was a fantastic.
Go
episode.
watch it.
Really enjoyed it.
Gene does a great job at pumping our tires in that one. So
Okay,
go
so
watch
I
it.
think the point of this conversation is the IBU.
Is only 21 in this
21.
one. It's a
Well, Juicy
paltry
Ass is-
compared to the 69.
Can we just say 70?
No, it's
70.
It's registered at 69. So
It's a
lie.
70.
It's
Probably
science.
68.
scientifically proven to
68.
be a 69.
Anyways.
Yeah, mild, but it does have a bit of a bitter note to it, and
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Like it's a what is it? Lagered ale. I like my lagers. To be honest, I'm not really an ale fan, but I feel like you have a little bit of the bitterness, amberness of the ale trickling on top of the clean lager, and in this case, I do enjoy it. So
yeah, I mean,
solid
it's a good
beer.
Yeah, thanks, Lugtread. If you want to throw us a case.
Always
Not that that's worked so far. But
Hey guys, everyone, 1, 2, 3.
lug tread.
1, 2, 3. Lug
Lug
tread.
tread.
Yeah. It's a good beer. Thanks, Beau's, for putting in the LCBO so we could play full price for it. And that's it. So I guess that's it for today.
Mill Street has ponied up.
Mill Street has ponied up. That's right. But they won't be ponying up anymore.
No.
No. So that's okay. Didn't like their beer anyways. No, I'm just kidding.
Cut.
But yeah, so I guess that's it for today. I think this was a good re-intro back into where we've been, what we've been doing. So clearly we are hiring. Hit us up on our website, which is pewter.build, Instagram, everything else, pewter.build. When in question, type in pewter.build. Maybe you can answer some questions you got.
So I can't fill out a form and type in my email address with pewter.build because most,
Don't accept the domain.
they think
which
it's
is really
not a
annoying.
website.
Yeah, I
But
tried
our
to-
website will accept you if you fill out a form on
Yeah.
our website.
With whatever domain you want.
Yes.
We are
Perfectly
open
fine.
arms.
So I think basically the point is we're back. We're recording again. We found some time in our busy schedules. Dave and Kyle have lined up a lot of awesome guests that are going to come through. So please stay tuned. If you're new to watching this, please like and subscribe. And if you have any topics that you want us to discuss, please throw them in the comments
Yeah.
section. We'll be more than happy to try to touch on them for you because
And-
I'm sure there's lots of questions that need to be answered.
And if you're still watching, why?
Are you
We
here?
want to know.
Yeah,
What
if-
are we doing right? Because we want to do more of it.
Yeah. So this isn't a very, very informative episode, but the next ones are going to be awesome. So we got a lot of awesome guests, a lot of inside look in the industry, and I think there's going to be a lot to take away from those. So
With
please
that-
stay tuned for those.
Yeah. Cheers, boys.
All right.
Cheers.
Salute. Cheers.
Cheers.